Configuring the WorldPay SOAP API is a straightforward process that requires a basic understanding of web services and XML. To begin with, you need to register for a WorldPay account and obtain a set of test credentials. These credentials include a client ID, client secret, and a username and password for the WorldPay Merchant Administration interface. First, log in to the Merchant Administration interface and navigate to the Test Area section. In this section, you can generate a set of test payment tokens and simulate different payment scenarios. Next, download the WorldPay SOAP API documentation and the WSDL file, which contains the XML schema for the API. The WorldPay SOAP API uses a combination of XML and SOAP to transmit payment data. To use the API, you need to create a SOAP client in your preferred programming language. This client will send XML requests to the WorldPay API endpoint and receive XML responses. To configure the SOAP client, you need to specify the API endpoint URL, the username and password for the Merchant Administration interface, and the client ID and client secret. You also need to set the SOAP action and the content type to application SOAP plus XML. When sending a payment request, you need to specify the payment amount, currency, and payment method, as well as any additional payment data such as the cardholder's name and address. The API will respond with a payment response, which includes a payment token and a payment status. Best practices for configuring the WorldPay SOAP API include using secure protocols such as HTTPS, validating user input data, and handling errors and exceptions properly. It is also recommended to use a try-catch block to catch any exceptions that may occur during the payment process. In terms of key concepts, it is essential to understand the difference between a payment token and a payment status. A payment token is a unique identifier for a payment, while a payment status indicates whether the payment was successful or not. To get started with the WorldPay SOAP API, you can use the following example XML request to send a payment request. The request includes the payment amount, currency, and payment method, as well as the client ID and client secret. Overall, configuring the WorldPay SOAP API requires a basic understanding of web services and XML, as well as attention to security and error handling best practices. By following these steps and using the provided example, you can successfully integrate the WorldPay SOAP API into your payment system.